I've heard one way to really ruin something that you love is to make work out of it, to make a job out of it. Hey everybody, David Burns, good to be with you. Sometimes we start out beekeeping and it's something that we just start loving. It is like insane how many people get so attracted and so addicted, so like head over heels in love with beekeeping. It's okay if you're there, I know. Hey, I'm still there and it's okay, but just follow my thought here. And by the way, I'm going to announce the winner of the Ultimate Online Beekeeping Course that you guys tried for in the comments in my last video that I made. So I'm going to be announcing the winner, so stay tuned. A lot of people do start off beekeeping and it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't get enough of beekeeping. I can't get enough of honeybees. I want more knowledge. I want to get in there and inspect them more. I want to learn more. I want to take another class. I want to harvest some honey. I want to make some candles. I want to learn to raise queens. It just snowballs. And you just, I mean, I remember days where I would literally go to sleep at night just thinking about bees. And if I woke up in the middle of the night, I was so pumped and excited that I would do nothing but kind of toss and turn out of excitement about bees and honeybees. And then I'd wake up in the morning with honeybees on my mind. And I'm a little bit better now because I make videos. I have to do other things, but I still am really excited about bees. If some of you are watching with your kids around, your children, maybe get them together because some of your children might really gain a lot of information about life with what I'm about to say. All of us will. But here's the thing. You know, we all struggle with this idea of what should I do in life? You know, what is it that I want to do, that I want to enjoy living? I want to enjoy every day. And some of you are probably thinking, I don't really enjoy my job that I have now. I wish I had something that I enjoyed more. Wish I could make a living doing this or that, you know? I mean, I have this idea of several things that I think that would really be fun to make a living doing that. One of the things I'd love to do, and I've always been a cyclist. I used to race bicycles, 10 speeds, and I built my own 10-speed from the frame up, you know, all that stuff. Those of you that are cyclists, you understand that's addictive. That's really, you can't get you just want a better bike part. You want a better derailleur. You want a better wheel. You want a carbon wheel. There's no stopping. It's worse than beekeeping. But I remember just loving it. I would just love working on my bike, tweaking another cable, adjusting a derailleur, just getting ready for next weekend's race, seeing how much air pressure I could get in the clinchers. and that's still in me. That is still, I love that today. I love taking my bike apart. I mean, it's nothing for me to strip down my bike and put it back together. Even before I ride it one time, I'll take the crank set out, make sure the bearings are nice and greased. You know, I just love that. But I've often thought it'd be so cool for me to open up a bike mechanic shop. I thought that'd be so fun. Who wouldn't love to spend all day as a bike mechanic working on bikes? But here's the deal. I'm smart enough to know at my age, I'm turning 64, in about less than a month on January the 20th. And so at my age, I've gained a minute of experience and wisdom. Believe it or not, there's a little wisdom in here. And that is, I know that the minute I started working on bicycles, I would hate it. I really would, because, you know, I'd be having to meet deadlines. I'd have to be making customers happy. I'd have to be buying parts and making things fit, and it wouldn't fit. A bolt broke and I don't have a bolt to replace that. It'd just be like, oh, this was supposed to be something I loved and now I'm kind of hating it. And that's just the thing about it. Beekeeping is kind of that way, although I've noticed beekeeping is a little different. Most people that start out beekeeping, they start off loving it, and very few of them actually just, you know, want to get out of it. I know people do want to quit. I know people do get out of it. I understand the stats and all. But even though people get out of it, there's still that love for beekeeping because bees are alive, they're living, they're amazing creatures, and you get so kind of like caught up in that. Well, so success in beekeeping, you have to go into beekeeping with the idea that you're in it for the long haul. So if you're listening today and you're trying to make something successful, success doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't for anyone. And here's the thing, when you're a kid, like I was, I really thought for a while that I would win the Tour de France one day. I really thought that I would. And I trained for that. I really thought, okay, I could really get good at this and be just a top successful bike racer. And that was a dream that was silly. Because I mean, I trained hard. I spent hours a day on a bike, either out on the road training hard or on a trainer. in a building training on a trainer. And man, I was on a bike all the time, really. But now that I look back, I didn't have what it would, I had what it took, but I wasn't willing to put that into it. Does that make sense? I was in my 20s really training hard. And as a 20-year-old, you're pretty able to accomplish a lot. Like right now, I'm not winning any races, no matter how hard I try or train. But nonetheless, when I was that age, I could have, but I didn't realize that it was going to take a long haul to really get really good at something where you win races. Now, you can be successful at things that you enjoy doing, and the success can be something in your eyes that you're successful at. It doesn't mean that you have an Olympic gold medal hanging around your neck, but it means that you enjoy what you do and you have fun at it. And for your age or your whatever struggles that you have, whatever kind of things that are obstacles for you, you have overcome those, or you're doing what you're doing in the midst of all that junk and stuff that is kind of crappy, but you got ahead of the game. And for yourself, you want to pat yourself on the back. And anybody that knew you or knows you would say, oh my gosh, you really accomplished some great things, because they know what you were struggling against. Beekeeping is that way as well. A lot of people watch YouTube videos like mine, or you can watch Bob Beanie's, or Canadian Beekeeper, Ian, and I could go on with all the, Frederick Dunn. You could watch so many beekeepers' channels, and you would start to realize that, gosh, these guys really make that look easy, and they look successful at it. And I think I could do that. I think that would be better than my accounting job. I don't like being an accountant at work all day. But, I'd rather be out there working my bees. So you go from one hive to 10 to 100 to 500 to 1,000 to 5,000. And so many people have done that, and I have done that too. And if you rush into anything like that, trying to be what many of the people that you see are, not realizing they spent probably a lifetime, certainly, 2 or 3 decades getting to where they're at now, and you try to rush that and become that really quick, it's going to really end in a lot of dissatisfaction. You're going to be very unhappy about that. Beekeeping is a long haul, and you don't hear that a lot on YouTube. Hey, look, you can start beekeeping, and I've said it before plenty of times, beekeeping is a hoot. Buy a package, throw them in a bee box like this, take a basic beekeeping class, get a hat and a veil like Bobblehead David. By the way, subscribe, please. And then all at once you're a beekeeper and you're having a hoot, and you're having a ball out there, and it's a lot of fun. But then you have these struggles, right? You have varroa destructor mites, you have small hive beetles, things come up. The top, I had such a storm the other day, such a high wind. It blew so many tops off of my hives. It actually knocked off some of the cinder blocks on top. I don't know how that happened. I don't know, but I'm not sure how those hives are going to do. I bet there was 5 or 6 that lost their lids. Some of those were even strapped down. And the straps just gave way. Anyway, but you'll have daily, monthly struggles with bees. But if you're in it for the long haul, then you don't have to be successful today. You have to put in the time today and get through it, and then tomorrow overcome the obstacles that today presented, and then tomorrow take another step forward, and then the next day you might take 2 steps forward. Now you're 3 steps ahead. But then the next day you take 2 steps behind. Now you're only 1 step ahead. So a lot of people say you got to set goals. And like I've told you guys before, in my last career, I was a leader, and I've dealt a lot with trying to accomplish something like a mission or a goal or something. And those goal setting tendencies within us, we think that if we write it down as a goal and we have that goal written on our mirror, our refrigerator, and we work hard to that, we can reach our goal. And I'll have to tell you, now that I'm at my age with my level of experience in goal setting and pursuing, I'm not so fond of that anymore, because right now I'm at a really happy place. Can I say happy? Or good place, I guess. A happy place. I'm happy making videos like this. I'm happy knowing that this is therapeutic. I can talk to a camera. I feel like I'm talking to you as a friend today. I know a lot of people won't like this video. I won't get a lot of views. A lot of you are like, I want 10 steps on how to fight varroa mites, 4 steps on what you should do on December the 23rd. I want to know 6 things to do. I know that's the videos that you love, but sometimes I just have to make videos therapeutic for me to talk to you guys. Okay, let me talk. If you don't want to listen, I understand. Go watch another channel that's more maybe something you want to hear, but I really feel like setting goals for me was never anything that got me to where I am today. And in fact, I have a college degree and a lot of training that is not part of what I do now. I mean, sure, any college degree is great. It's going to be helpful. Any training is going to be good. You're going to learn something no matter what level of training you're in. It's going to benefit anything that you do. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes we have, like, I'm here right now in beekeeping. Let's say I'm starting in the spring. So many of you said you're starting in the spring. That's really cool. But you set a goal as a new beginner. And I would encourage you, if you're going to set a goal, then what you need to do is say, my goal is to install my package or install my nucleus and learn. That should be your goal, because it's hard to miss that goal. You know, anybody can throw bees in a box and learn. But it's a realistic goal, and it really is a fun goal, because here's my point. Because my goal, I didn't really ever have a goal in beekeeping. Now, I did have a goal to make a living off honey. I thought, okay, I'm going to make a living off honey, and I had big equipment, a lot of hives, and a lot of storage tanks, electric extractors, and all that. But my goal was to reach a certain level of honey production, and as on the way to that goal, I had a lot of detours and a lot of things that were presented to me that were better than trying to make a living off honey. And I've described this to you guys before. So I didn't really want to become a bike racer, although I raced almost every weekend when I was in my 20s and 30s. And I loved it. I really did. But wouldn't it be bad to be a bike racer and now you got sponsors, and now you have to be sure and be at this event and that event, and people telling you what to do? One of the reasons I don't take sponsors on my YouTube channel here, I've dabbled into it a little bit, but sponsors can be kind of pushy, and they can tell you what they want you to do on your video and how many minutes they're supposed to be, and they're supposed to pay you money for it. I'm working with a sponsor now, and that'll be coming up in a future video. But it's not something, the reason I've turned down a lot of sponsors, and this is my goal, I want to have a goal of being a beekeeper and help people. But along the way, I decided, okay, it's not about the money anymore. You know, if you're just working to make money, we all have to do that to pay bills. But if you're wanting to pursue a goal so you can be rich and famous, money is kind of fleeting. Money is not all that problem solving as you might think. A lot of people think that I'm on YouTube, I'm a millionaire. I have, 2 houses, and I have houses all over the United States. That's not true at all. I mean, I work hard, but I could be working for a company and making a lot more money than I make on YouTube. If I work for a company, I'd have health insurance. I have to get my own health insurance. I'm self-employed, So this isn't what you think it is by somebody being on YouTube. It's enough to help me pay bills. The money that I make on YouTube does help me pay my expenses, but I've got a lot of expenses. So if I was just living on YouTube, it would be a very, very thin life on trying to get by with that. So what I did over the years in pursuing this idea of what do I need to do in life, what do I need to do and become, and how do I succeed? What are my goals to success, right? Everybody does. Every man, every woman, every child, kid, everybody wants to have a goal and you want to achieve stuff. But what happened was, usually you see these graphs, and I've been in a lot of leadership training seminars where here we are and we got to get here. So how are we going to get there? We're going to take shortest distance. We're going to go from here to there. We're going to conquer all the challenges along the way, and this is what we're going to do when we get there. And boom, there's the line, right? Although that usually doesn't happen. Usually you're on your way to your destination or your goal, and you take a detour and you kind of go like this. But when you're in the middle, when you're halfway between where you started, halfway where you want to wind up, all at once you realize I'm taking a lot of detours, but some of these places that I've detoured off are really better. I like that better. So for me, I was like, honey production? Nah, I don't like it anymore. It's hard work. Raising queens, queen rearing. Wow, I love that. I did that really intensely for a long period of time. And so I took a detour. So the goal of honey production changed to a goal of queen rearing. I went from a goal of making equipment, beekeeping equipment. I went to a goal of online beekeeping courses, because I kind of changed my philosophy of what I wanted to do or be when I grow up, and that is I wanted to help people. And so my goal of honey production, queen rearing, making equipment, online courses, and everything just kind of in that center area, you find something that begins to be something that makes you happy. It's something that, I don't know how to say it, but it's something that you feel, this is like, listen to this. Have you ever watched people talk about near-death experiences? By the way, Merry Christmas. I got some red and green Christmas lights, but some people say, you know, oh, I had a near-death experience and I went, they have all these explanations of what happened when they died but came back to life. It's intriguing to watch that. I don't know how much of that to believe. You know, a lot of people say it's just the medicine or lack of oxygen to your brain and all. But you can't help but listen, right? You can't help but, you know, it perks up when somebody said, I had a near-death experience. Oh, really? What happened? You know, you want to know. Maybe they did, and what's it like out there? But a lot of people say when they have a near-death experience, they die, they go someplace happy, and then they're sent back. And a consistent theme that I've heard, I don't watch that much of it, but a handful of things that I've heard people say, read a book or two. They say that when they were at that wonderful place that they might call heaven or something, that they were sent back to the earth because that they say that, you know, your time isn't done. You have something to accomplish on earth. You have to go back because there's something that you haven't completed yet. Now, that part, that really intrigues me because I really do think that all of us play some major role in what we do in life and how we contribute to humanity, planet Earth, society. And I think all of us have this special, unique placement. And I don't know, I can't explain it. I know all of you are going to tell me different philosophies, and maybe, but I'm just saying that I feel personally that I have found that me being somebody on YouTube is a place that brings me happiness because I feel strongly about I can keep my core values and help people, and that's just a real good match for me. So my goal of going like this, I'm still climbing, but the goal up here has changed, and it wasn't anything that I had planned on changing or getting to. So success, if you think about what success is, I have kind of like learned what success is for me. How can I be a successful person, whatever that means? And I'm not talking about famous or rich or anything like that. I'm just talking about, you know, what I think success is. But success is achieving something that brings you great joy and happiness and satisfaction because you're helping other people. You're inspiring, you're encouraging, you're enthusiastic, and you are actually lifting up another person. And success for me has come about through being consistent. It was so hard to come out today and make this video. I don't know, I was a little more tired. We had an event that happened last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I lost 2 or 3 hours of sleep dealing with that. So a little tired today, a little drag. It's foggy and rainy and cold. I just wanted to start a fireplace and read a book, or, you know, just cuddle with my wife Sherry and have fun on this dreary day. But there's something that drives me that's bigger than me to make a video, because some of you might benefit today from being encouraged. The 4 of you that are still watching, you might think, he's speaking to me. I'm getting encouraged by this. But consistency. The best way I've learned, and I've been saying this to a lot of people, if you want to be successful, all you have to do is be consistent and learn to be really good at what you do over a very long period of time. If you do something really good and get better and better at it, in 10 years, you'll be successful at it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you got to really pour your heart into it, right? Consistency is important. Can't be haphazard about it. You got to be consistent on the long haul. And that's why beekeepers quit oftentimes after their 4th year. Not many beekeepers are left standing. It's because, you know, they just don't want to keep putting in the time, and can't blame them sometimes. They have too many hardships and failures. Beekeeping just wasn't for them. But there are some people that rise through all the challenges of beekeeping, or becoming a bike mechanic, or becoming a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer, policeman, you know, a Marine. And they learn that after a while, it's starting to bring them happiness because there's an aspect of it that they love and they're consistent at it. The other part of being successful is persistency, being persistent. That's really, I mean, I'm really good at being persistent. I can really be obnoxiously persistent. I really can be. And so being persistent at something is really what you need to get I think, successful, get to a place where nothing's going to keep you. Like when I started beekeeping and I faced my initial problems of a new beginner, I was consistently reading, learning from others. And by the way I learned from others, I learned this from a guy the other day that he and I were sharing together. And he said, if you want to get from A to Z, the way to do it is, I think he said, start at Y. Start with somebody who is at a Y and learn from them. It's a shorter distance to Z. I love that. It made so much sense. It's kind of like mentoring. So I don't want to sound like I know a lot of stuff about beekeeping, because I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. But I'm not at the A. If A is starting beekeeping and Z is really knowing everything, I'm further down the alphabet than A, but I'm probably not anywhere close to the Z yet. So my goal is trying to find people. Let's say that I'm the letter, I don't know, let's say I'm an S in the alphabet. Why start with an A and have to learn the hard way when you can at least, come alongside of me and start learning from me here on my channel? You can start with an S. Maybe I'm a Y. I don't know, X, Y, Z. That's one step away. But what I'm saying is you're just going to be a lot closer to hearing things that I can tell you, save you a lot of time and trouble. That's the way I learn. I find somebody that knows a lot about it. And then one time I had a computer business for several years, and I actually volunteered to work without pay at a computer company and started working on computers with no pay, just to learn the art and trade of it, which all those skills really helped me become somebody now that can run a beekeeping business online, honeybeesonline.com. I got a website. We have YouTube videos, electronics and all that skill really helped me so much. I learned to type in junior high. Can you believe that? I mean, I'm 64 almost. I was in junior high taking typing classes at my rural Crestwood, I think it was called a Crestwood Junior High School in Paris, Illinois. I was learning how to type. On these old typewriters that stair-stepped up mechanically, you had to go sha-ching. One time, a girl in our class went sha-ching, and it went shoom right out in the hallway, just fell off the typewriter and went flying. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you do. But I don't know, those skills of typing, oh my gosh, I typed so much stuff. It's time to write the bee culture article. I know how to type really good because I took typing in when I was a junior high student, 5th or 6th grade. Now I got to correct something on our website. I can type away and make a change or something. Those are all part of what we need, skill sets that help us become probably what we're destined or what we need to be to really be successful. So I think it's powerful to be consistent and persistent. But here's the thing. I don't think it's really good for us to try to succeed at something if all of our desire to finally be successful is selfish. Selfish beekeeping, where we're just doing it to make a buck, doing it for ourselves, entirely for ourselves, then it won't be as enjoyable as if we could find a way to do something that benefits us and benefits other people. And that's what I love about my YouTube channel. An opportunity for me to take all the skills that I've acquired haphazardly on my journey to somewhere. I've taken all those skills and I've put them into making a YouTube channel. And I want to tell you about this. A guy on our live stream, I think it was a guy, might have been a lady, but a person on our live stream said, I love your channel because it has heart. I don't know exactly what that meant, but I ran with it and I thought, anybody can have a beekeeping channel and you can talk about, bottom boards, top covers, inner covers, bees, different races of bees, different ways to catch swarms, swarm control, extractors, all that. But one of the things that I try to bring to my channel, which I'm really pouring my heart into now, is that I'm hoping that my channel has heart. I'm hoping my channel has a personality, that it has this connection, that I'm not competing with other channels that don't. I'm just saying that me personally, I want my channel to be more than just an info channel. I want it to be a channel that can connect to people, whether you're a beekeeper or not. A lot of you told me you're not beekeepers, you like watching my channel. So I really want to be a channel with heart. And I think hopefully I'm showing that. Hopefully I'm sharing that today. Long video. Thanks for watching this long. Still going to announce the winner in a second. But just being able to say, wow, I get what David is saying, and I kind of like listening to his philosophy about success really boils down to doing something that you find happiness in doing, and that by doing it, you're really helping other people. You're really helping the planet. We're helping the planet by beekeeping. And one thing about success I've learned is the best way to get successful is to fail a lot. It was Thomas Edison that said, I failed my way to success. And that is so true. The more you fail, the closer you are to being successful. If you can endure all that failure. I can't tell you how many times I failed at beekeeping. I lost hives. I've lost wheels on axles on trailers hauling bees. And it's just like on goes the list, of failure. I've lost a lot of money in beekeeping. Stupid money, just stupid tax, I call it. You have to pay a stupid tax because I did something stupid and I lost a lot of money being stupid, not being as good as I should have been or knowing what I should have known before I did that. But all that contributed to me saying, oh, I'm learning, I'm failing, and those failures got me not to fail again, but to be a little more successful. Some of you told me that you fear. I took a poll on my channel. Thanks for filling out my poll. But some of you, I asked a question, how confident are you that your bee is going to make it through winter? Most of you said, pretty confident, kind of iffy. But some of you said, yeah, I'm 100% sure they're going to make it. Listen, here's the thing about beekeeping. But I'm going to give you a piece of advice for watching this long. Here you go. Ready? Write this down, put it down in your notebook. It's going to be good, it's going to be helpful. Don't let the fear of losing a hive in the winter be greater than the excitement that you have of coming out of the winter with a great big colony of bees. So in other words, fear can strip away your excitement of what the future could hold for you. And that's the way I approach winter with my bees. Some of those lids got knocked off. Whatever. If I lost those hives, I'll make a bunch of splits next year. But right now, thinking they're going to be okay. I'm going to just focus on the positive. That's the other thing about being successful. It's hard to be successful if you're always focused on the negative. It really is. I got some nice gifts you guys sent me. I appreciate that. I thought I'd show you that. Look at this. This is from, let's see, I think it's Wilbur. Yeah, look at this. Nice drawing, and it looks like me. I think that looks like me. He also sent me a nice drawing of actually, it looked like an oil painting of me. I wish I had it near me. I'd show it to you, but I don't. But thank you. That's a really cool canvas drawing of, looks like me as a bee. All right, that's pretty cool. And here's one from Mike. Mike sent us a jar of honey. This is cool honey from Yucca Valley, Southern California. Look at that. Oh, he sent a jar for me and Sherry, and he sent one for Jessica. So I'm going to have to get that jar over to Jessica. By the way, Jessica doesn't live near us. She lives in entirely over, I think it's Virginia. Is that West Virginia? Jessica. So, but we'll get that to Jessica. But, I've got to taste this honey, by the way. Have you ever tried to untwist these twisty ties? All my life, I swear that people that twist them together, they twist them one direction, and then on purpose, they twist them another direction, so that when you're on a road twisting it, all at once it doesn't twist. What's up with that? Beautiful little Christmas decoration. I got to try this Southern California honey. It's kind of cold. It's really thick. I think it was in a cold room out here, but I want to try that. So thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. I always love to get honey from you guys. I'm tearing up all your beautiful artwork. I apologize. But anyway, I got a couple more things I want to show you guys that people have sent us. So I'm going to try this honey, though, from Southern California. Keep watching my camera because I know that I'm getting close. Whoa! Yeah, that's thick. That is thick. It's like a bubble. I'm going to use the stick part. Easier to clean up. Wow. That is some of the thickest honey I've ever seen. That is like really, it's not crystallized. It's just thick. As can be. All right, got me a little bit on here. It's like chewing gum. Well, okay. It's really good. Very unique. Haven't had any like that in a long time. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate the little honey thing, and it went right to the back of my throat. Now I can't talk. Oh, we also have I think one more. I thought I had 3 things. I'm sorry, but I see this one, and I'll go ahead and start opening this one up now. This is nice of you guys to send us things. I appreciate it so much. Really do. Nice little cards. Yeah. Oh, this is from Brian and Carol Livingston. Well, hi, Carol. I get to see what your face looks like. I see your comments on YouTube a lot, so I appreciate that a lot. That's really great. Yeah, appreciate that. What did you send me, Carol? All right, let's take a look and see. Oh, a nice little wreath. That's cool. Christmas wreath. Yeah, goes in my background. That's beautiful, actually. Wow, that's really cool. I like that. That needs to go over here, I think, on the hive. Okay, let's see what the other thing is in here. Oh, look at this. Christmas stocking cap for bobblehead David. Is it going to fit? This is going to be so fun. Let's bring bobblehead David over here. Please subscribe, he says. Hat and veil comes off. This is going to be so funny. Is this going to fit? Let's put him up on the stand on the hive over here. All right, you ready? I should have wore my little Christmas hat too. Yeah. Darn, that's how did you know that's a perfect size? Oh my gosh. That is just too cool. That is like the coolest thing ever. Look at that. I'm gonna hide my eyes so it focus on him. That is so cool. I love it. Oh, Carol, that's insane. That is so cute. That goes perfect with the background today. Red and green and bobblehead David. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Fun times. And this cute little wreath as well. I'm going to have to make that stick right on there. It's sticking pretty good right now, but it can fall off easily. Be encouraged, be persistent, and really go after things that you think are things that would bring you happiness and help others. That's what it's all about in life. And that's what you're going to see more of on my channel. I'm going to help you be a better beekeeper, but I'm also going to be challenging you to really get excited about life, be pumped up. Now, let's announce the winner for today. So the winner of the Ultimate Online Beekeeping Course from the last video, where I encourage you guys to leave a comment and tell us what you love most about beekeeping, is Billy Miller. Way to go, Billy. Congratulations. Be sure and email this address right here. It's our winner email address. And if you email this address, then Sherry will get those classes sent right out to you. And hopefully that will be a big help in all your beekeeping endeavors. Again, thanks so much for being a part of my channel, guys. I love you so much. I appreciate it. Be encouraged, be strong, no matter what you're going through. If you're going through challenges in life, health concerns, maybe chemo, maybe you're going through some tragedies that are just setting you back and it's not supposed to happen like this around Christmas. Boy, that's tough. I'm sorry. Be strong. Be tough, be strong, and just try to glean some level of encouragement or happiness from this video today. I hope you can, because I really feel that I'm really here to help you out, to encourage you. I really do appreciate you. I love you. Be sure and watch this video right here. 9 things that I wish I knew before I started beekeeping. I'll see you guys over there.